Hey, happy, it's your boy, Mr. CJU, back in this thing, about to drop some more heat. I got a very important video right now, a very important topic. You know, I drop a little sauce in my other videos, you know, here and there about it, but we still got a lot of questions. We still got a lot of credit profiles, but people not understanding how important this really is in the swipe game when you're really trying to be a big swipe out here. So you got to get this down packed. And this is credit card utilization. Okay, or credit usage. I'm gonna try to write big enough so y'all can see. All right, so I'm gonna do an example here, and I want y'all to look at y'all credit profiles and do the same numbers y'all have and follow along and make it work. All right, so let's say, for example, you have a total credit limit of 5,000. Okay, all right, one swipe, you got a limit of 2,000. Okay, say your second swipe, you got a limit of 2,000 as well. Let's say you got a third swipe and your limit is 1,000. Okay, 2, 2, 1, total 5,000. All right, now let's say the balance on this first swipe is 1,000. You spent 1,000 on that swipe. All right, let's say the second one, your balance is, let's say, 800. Okay, let's say this third swipe, your balance is, let's say, 200. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna add that up and see what your total, you know, usage is with all your credit cards. So 1,000, 800, 200, we got a total of $2,000 worth of debt on your credit profile. Okay, so how do we find out the total usage, the total utilization of the percentage that's going to be on your credit report? We do the 2,000 out of your 5,000 limit, which would get us, you do the math, 40%, right? So even when you look on Credit Karma, you look at that little second box right there, right on the side of payment history, you'll see there had that percentage number on there. That's where you need to look. Okay, and you'll see that 40% will get you over the average. You know, the average is at 30%, that's what we know. But if you have 40%, you over, so that's not a good look. Okay, so we don't want to have it on your credit report. If you looked at the other videos, I already told y'all how to finesse to move it for the due dates and the statement dates, so y'all can make sure y'all don't get hit with that 40 piece. Why? Because you're not going to be able to get swipes with your stuff at 40%. It ain't happening. And most of y'all well over 40%. Your 50s and your 60s and your 70s and your 96% utilization people talking about y'all want a 50 piece. Talking about you want a 20 piece. How you gonna get some new credit when you owe a bunch of credit? And you ain't pull a finesse move and have it, you know, reported under. So it don't work like that, okay? This is the credit game. This is how it go. We didn't make it up. We just play by the rules. And if you really want to get in the swipe game, you're gonna have to play by the rules, okay? So all you got to do really is just go to each individual card, because there's ways where we know to get your usage down by adding other accounts. You know what I'm saying? They could drop it down, but when you're really trying to go apply for some credit, the banks, the underwriters are going to look at every individual account. They're going to look at each one. So if we see 2,000 right here and this balance is 1,000, what's that percentage? We know that's what? 50%. Okay? 800 on 2,000, what's that? That's 40%. And then we got a $200 balance on a $1,000 card, which is, what's that, 20%. Okay? So out of your, if these are your only 3 swipes, you only got one that's sitting where it's supposed to be. And we really, really want that lower than 20%. So what you do, go look at your credit report and look at all your credit cards and do this simple math. This is just an example, and find out where you at. I told y'all in other videos, I don't want to hear about, oh man, I paid it off, I'm just waiting to a report. Well, that's how long y'all gonna have to do y'all time and sit there and wait before y'all can apply. You just can't be applying when you want to. Okay? So, like I said, the individual accounts, they need to be lowered. Now, let me show you how it really go down. Okay? So we know that total usage over 30% no good. If you over 30%, we know you no good. Your score is not going to be where it is in its best place. You're not going to really get approved, okay? So let's say you add the range, let's go range of 20 to 25%, okay? If you're in a range of total usage of 20 to 25%, we could say, okay, you a starter, all right? Over 30%, you no good, you can't even make the team. You 20, 25%, you at least a starter. We can count. If we look at your profile and see you at 20, 25 overall usage, we can at least count on you, all right? You one of them players that's about, I can count on you to give me 15 points. I can count on you to score a touchdown here and there. You know, you a starter, that's cool, all right? Now, if we want to go into the, so I'll put cool in that range. Now, the elite though, is over at the 1 to 10%. Okay, this is where the ball is at. This is where LeBron is. This is where Curry is. This is where KD is. This is where Swipe Team is. Okay, this is where the ball is at. Now we say like, what do you say, that 6 to 7% right here is the sweet spot. You can get to that 6 to 7% utilization. That's a nice little sweet spot. And what I mean, total usage is cool, but if we do every individual credit card at the 6 to 7% on the reporting day, you always gonna be straight. Okay, this is where you really want to be. I know sometimes you guys are still working through your credit profile. You're still paying down a lot of debt. So I know y'all work up under 30 and y'all be cool. And then y'all get to 20, 25, y'all start seeing the score increase. But I always want to work to that elite level of 1 to 10, about 6 to 7%. So let me add this in there too. I know a lot of y'all always ask like, hey, should I pay it all the way off? That's always a common question. Do I pay it all the way off? Now, there's nothing wrong with paying off your credit card all the way. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, you're paying off what you owe. Now, it's just when you pull up your credit report and everything is zeroed out, it just looks like you don't use your credit, okay? That's what it can look like on the report. And just leaving a little balance on there still helps. The way I look at it is, man, if it's an interest card, I'm letting the bank eat a little change off that. I'm just leaving something on there just so it can have a report. Because when it's zeroed out, it doesn't report that well. Okay, so if you stand right here at the 1 to 10% in the elite level, or at least working your way down to 2025, you're in a good area in the credit utilization or total usage play. Okay, now it's very simple. There was nothing complicated about this. It's just math. And it's just being responsible. You can't just be swiping how you want to swipe, okay? Especially if you plan on using these credit cards how we use them for investment purposes, okay? Because if you have that usage over 30% on your cards, you're not going to get approved for anything. And then you're not going to have any room on the credit cards to invest. We need them low. Okay, and the only reason you should ever, even if it does happen, even if you do have usage over this 30%, it better be because you are investing. It better because you're using this swipe to make some money. Okay, if you telling me that you over 30% just because you shopping, and if you over 30% on the merchant cards, fam. The Macy's, the Lowe's, all you girls, y'all love them Victoria's Secrets. How the Victoria's Secrets always maxed out? You can't get no money off the merchant cards, okay? That's not what we doing here. So don't max out any cards. Definitely stay away from the merchant cards, maxing them out, because that's not going to help you at all. Make sure your usage is down, and make sure it's down on every single card if you really want to have the excellent credit score, if you want to have your profile right to get approved. This is very important. Make sure y'all run this video back. This is the credit card utilization total usage video with your boy, Mr. CJU. Hap, hap.